guys, welcome back to Junior Dr. Fiona Chow's YouTube channel. So, today we are going to talk about a further dive deeper into our noses, the structure, the diseases it causes, because one of you dropped a comment about what disease does our nose structure, like disorders, cause. So today we are going to talk about just that. Here are some of the disorders that I mentioned here. So let's first talk about sinusitis. This part is sinusitis. So it's when, because this is our frontal sinus, it's when we have our sinus lining being inflamed, and that causes like a little bit of pain. And there's also excess mucus, or you can also say sinus infection in our sinuses. Either frontal sinus, just to recap, frontal sinus, ethmoid sinus, sphenoid sinus, and maxillary sinus. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, those are the two symptoms of sinusitis. And let's move on to here. This is sinus polyps. It's also a disorder that would cause, it's not a disease, not entirely, but polyps. So what are polyps? So it's like these ball structure. Normally it's the size of a grape in our nasal cavity. This is our nasal cavity, just to recap again. And we could have about 2 types of polyps in our sinuses. It's ethmoid sinus polyps or maxillary sinus polyps. Just to recap again, the ethmoid sinus is about here, right here. So that is where it happens. And the maxillary sinus is further down, so that is where both of these are placed. So what happens when we have polyps? That is actually caused by having too much problems like sinusitis for such a long time, and it starts growing that, and that is what causes the polyps. And the most important one is actually disorders, because there are so many types of disorders that would cause us to lose our nose sense of smell. And normally, some causes of it, like the diseases that causes it, are chronic rhinosinusitis, or polyps, as mentioned, or allergic rhinitis, and possibly also upper respiratory infection, and sometimes trauma can also cause it. In addition to that, tumors or sometimes neurological disorders in the brain could cause the loss of our scent or taste. And even now, in the coronavirus pandemic, it is also a cause for our loss of scent and taste. So that is pretty much it for this week's YouTube channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. And remember to tune in next week, because I would also upload something else. And eat healthy, exercise, and enjoy life. This is Fiona Chow's YouTube channel. And remember to like it up and subscribe and turn on post notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.